because I was all lined up. But it didn't turn out exactly what I wanted.
I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina. He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him. How many gentlemen have you lost in the action? Oh, very few, and none of name. A victory is twice itself when the achiever brings home full numbers. I also learned that Don Pedro hath bestowed special honor on a young Florentine called Count Claudio. Oh, much deserved, and he is remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, and in doing the figures of a lamb, oh, the feats of a lion. Oh, and he is bettered expectation, which you cannot expect me to tell you how. He hath an uncle here in Messina who will be very glad of it. Oh, and I delivered him letters, and when I left him, he had much joy in him.
Oh, I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There is not any such in the army that of which I know. What is he that you ask of, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedick of Padua.
Oh, he has returned, and with as much pleasure as he ever was.
Well, I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? Oh, I pray you, how many hath he killed? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killing.
He has done good service, lady, in these wars.
Ah, yes, he is a very valiant trencherman. He hath an excellent stomach.
Oh, and a good soldier, my lady.
No, and a good soldier to a lady, but what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, to have come in with all honorable virtues.
Ah, he is no less than a stuffed man, but as for the stuffing, well, we are all mortal.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is a kind of merry war betwixt her and Signor Benedick. They never talk, but there's a skirmish of wits between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now the whole man is left governed with 1. Oh, who is his companion now? Yet every month a new sworn brother.
Is it possible?
It is very possible. He wears his faith, but as the fashion of his hat, it ever changes with the next block.
I see, my lady. This gentleman is not in your books.
No, and he were, I would burn my study. I pray you, who is his companion? Is there no young squarer now that would make a voyage with him to the devil?
He has kept company with the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, he shall hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker run presently mad. Lord help the noble Claudio. If ye have caught the Benedick, it will cost £1,000 ere it be cured.
I would hold you as a friend, my lady.
Ah, do, good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Oh, here comes the Count, Don Pedro. He's coming.
Good Signor Leonato, you are come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never has trouble come to my house in the person of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort should remain. But when you depart from me, sorrow arrives, and happiness takes his leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. Oh, I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedick, no, for you were but then a child.
If Signor Leonardo be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedick. Nobody here marks you.
What? My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Why? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you except. And I would, I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly, I love none.
Oh, a dear kindness to women. They would else be troubled by a pernicious suitor. But I, thank God, in my cold blood, I am of your humor for that. I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God, keep your ladyship still in that mind. So some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Oh, scratching could not make it worse, since for such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot, teacher.
Better a bird of my tongue than a beast of yours.
Oh, I would my horse had the speed of your tongue. So good a continuer, but keep your ways. In God's name, as I have done.
Oh, you always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonato. Signor Benedick and Signor Claudio, my dear friend Leonato hath invited us all. I tell him we shall stay here at the least a month, and he heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer.
Let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to your brother the prince, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please it your grace, lead on.
Benedick, didst thou know the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you ask me, as an honest man should do, for my simple true judgment, or would you have me speak after my custom, as being a professed tyrant of their sex?
No, I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Why, in faith, methinks she's too low for a high praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too little for a great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome. And being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her, that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into.
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin. She once possessed with a fury. Exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband. Have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though sworn upon the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
This come to this. Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? Go to it, faith, and thou wilt needs thrust thy neck into a yoke. Look, Don Pedro has returned to seek thee.
What secret held you here that you follow not to Leonato?
I would, your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
Mark you this, on my allegiance. He is in love? With who, now that is your grace's part? Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
If this was so were it uttered.
Like the old tale, my lord, it is not so, nor 'twas not so. But, indeed, God forbid it should be so.
If my passion changed not surely, God forbid it should be otherwise.
Well, amen if you love it, for the gentlewoman is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thoughts.
And by my 2 faiths and troughs, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I know not how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy, is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I will die at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I will hide my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me, because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine, for the which I may go the finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee, ere I die, look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love. Prove that ever I lose more blood with love than I will get again with drink. Pick out mine eyes with a ballad maker's pen and hang me up at the door of the brothel house with a sign of blind Cupid.
Well, as time shall try, in time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
Savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedick bears it. Pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead, and let me be vilely painted, and in such great letters as they write, here is good horse to hire. Let them signify under my sign, here you may see Benedick, the married man.
In the meantime, good Signor Benedick, prepare to Leonato's. Commend me to him and tell him I will not fail him at supper, for indeed he hath made a great preparation.
I have almost matter enough in me for such an embassage.
My liege, your highness now may do me good.
My love is thine to teach. Teach it but how, and thou shalt see how apt it is to learn any hard lesson that may do thee good.
Hath Leonato any son, my lord?
No child, but Hero, she is his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
Oh, my lord, when you went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye that liked, but had a rougher task in hand than liking to the name of love. But now I am returned, and that war thoughts have left their places vacant. In their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is, saying, I liked her ere I went to wars.
Well, thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it, and I will break with thee and with her father, and thou shalt have her.
How sweetly you do minister to love.
And I will fit thee with the remedy. I know we shall have reveling there tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair Hero that I am Claudio, and in her bosom I'll enclasp my heart, and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then, after to her father will I break, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it presently.
What the good year, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breathes. Therefore, the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I heard it, what blessings were.
If not a present remedy, at least a patient sufferance.
Cannot hide that I am. I must be sad when I have cause, smile at no man's jest, eat when I have stomach, wait on no man's leisure, sleep when I am drowsy, attend on no man's business, laugh when I am merry, claw no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make the full show of this until you may do it without controlment. Have a blade stood out against your brother, and he hath welcomed you newly into his grave.
I'd rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. Better suits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man, do not be denied, but I am a plain being. If I had one, I would write. If I had my liberty, I would do my life. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make full use of it, for I use it only. Who goes there? The news, Horatio?
Come thus from a great supper. Prince, your brother is royally entertained by Leonato, and I can bring news of an impending wedding.
Oh, will it serve any model to build mischief on? What are he for a fool that would betroth himself to unquietness?
Why, your brother's right hand, who?
Exquisite Claudio. Even he indeed. Oh, proper style. And who, which way looks he?
Mary, on Hero, daughter and heir to Leonato.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup of all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him in any way, I bless myself in every way. You are both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper. Their cheers are greater than I am subdued. Would the cook were of my mind. Shall we go and prove what's to be done?
We'll wait upon thy lordship.
Was not Count John here at supper?
I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I can never look upon him but am heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Benedick. The one is too like an image and says nothing, and the other too much like my lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
Then half of Signor Benedick's tongue and Count John's mouth, and half of Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedick's face.
With a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse. Such a man would win any woman in the world if he could get her good favor.
By my troth, niece, you will never find a husband if thou be so shrewd with thy tongue.
By faith, she's too cursed.
Ah, too cursed is more than cursed, and I shall lessen God's sending that way. For it is said, God sends a cursed cow, short horns. But to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
So, by being too cursed, God will send you no horns?
Just if he send me no husband, for the which blessing I am at him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the woolen.
Niece, you may light upon a husband who hath no beard.
And what should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I am not for him. And therefore, I will even take 6 pence in earnest of the bear ward and lead his apes into hell.
What, then go you into hell?
No, but to the gate. There the devil will meet me, like an old cuckold with horns on his head. Say, get you to heaven, Beatrice. Get you to heaven. Here's no place for you maids. So, deliver I up my apes and away to St. Peter for the heavens. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there we live as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you'll live by the rules of your father.
Yes, faith. It is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Father, as it please you. But for all that, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, Father, as it please me.
Niece, I hope to one day see you fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth. No, uncle, I'll none.
Daughter, remember the things we spoke of. If the prince possess you in that area, you know your answer.
The thought will be with the music, good cousin, if you be not moved in good time. And if the prince is too important, tell him there is measure in everything, and so dance out the answer.
Cousin, you apprehend passing shrewdly.
I have a good eye, uncle. I can see a church by daylight.
The revelers arrive. Brother, make good room.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So long as you walk softly, look sweetly, and say nothing, I'm yours for the walk, especially when I walk away.
Oh, with me in your company?
I may so when I please.
not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
Oh, that I was disdainful, and that I got my good wit out of 100 merry tales. Well, this was Signor Benedick that said so.
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Oh, not I, believe me.
Has he never made you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Oh, he is the prince's jester, a very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. You know, none but libertines delight in him, and the commendation is not so much on his wit, but on his villainy. For he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I am sure he was in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. He'll but break a comparison or two on me, that peradventure not marked or not laughed at, just strikes him into melancholy. Oh, we must follow the leaders.
Oh, in every good thing.
Sure, my brother is amorous on Hero. He has withdrawn with her father to break about him. The ladies follow her, and yet one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you not Signor Benedick?
You know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his affections. He is amorous on Hero. I bet you dissuade him from her. She's no equal for his birth. You might be the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too. He swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Thus answer I the name of Benedick. But hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love.
Count Claudio.
Yea, the same.
Come. Will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next willow tree. About your own business, County. What fashion will you wear the garland of? About your neck, like a usurer's chain, or under your arm like a lieutenant's scarf. You must wear it one way, for the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Why, that's spoken like an honest drovier. But did you think the prince would have served you thus?
Pray you leave me.
Oh, now you swing like the blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole your meat, and you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I will beat you.
Alas! Poor hurt fowl. Now will he creep into sedges. But that my lady Beatrice should know me, and not know me. Prince's fool. It may be I go under that title because I am married. Yea, but so I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base, though bitter, disposition of Beatrice that puts the world in her person and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Signor, where is the Count? Have you seen him?
I found him here, as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had won the goodwill of this young lady, and I offered him my company to a willow tree, either to make him a garland, as being forsaken, or to bind him up a rod, as being worthy to be whipped. To be whipped? What's his fault? The flat transgression of a schoolboy, who, being overjoyed with discovering a bird's nest, shows it his companion, and he steals it. I will but teach them to sing and restore them to the owner. Well, if their singing answer your saying, by my faith, you say honestly.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. The gentleman that danced with her told her she was much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. My very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man on a mark, with a whole army shooting at me. Oh, she speaks poniards. Every word stabs. I wouldn't marry her, but she were possessed with all that Adam had left him before he transgressed.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now that you can devise to send me on, rather than hold 3 words conference with that harpy! You have no employment for me.
None but desire your good company.
Oh my God, sir, it's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedick.
Yea, my lord. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it, a double heart for his single one. Oh, Mary, he once won it of me with false dice, therefore your grace may well say I have lost it.
Ah, you have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would he should not do me, my lord, lest I prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to see.
Why, how now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then? Sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but civil Count, civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
The faith lady, I think your blazing to be true, though if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Come, Count, marry my daughter, and with her you receive my fortune. His grace hath made the match, and all grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself for you, and note upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let him not speak neither.
Faith lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, my lord, I thank it, poor fool, it keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Oh, good lord, for alliance. And thus goes everyone out into the world but I. I am sunburnt. I shall cry, hi-ho, for a husband.
Well, Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I'd rather have one of your fathers get it. Doth your grace ne'er have a brother like you? Your father got excellent husbands if a mate could come by them.
Will you have me, lady?
No, no, my lord. Unless I might have another for working day, for your grace is too costly to wear every day. Oh, but I beseech you, grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me, and to be merry best becomes you, for out of question you were born in a merry hour.
No, my lord, sure, my mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that I was born.
Niece, will you look to the things I told you of?
I cry you mercy, uncle, by your grace's pardon.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
There is little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She is never, ever sad except when she sleeps. And not even sad then. My daughter tells me that she often dreams of unhappiness and wakes herself with laughing.
Well, she cannot endure her tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedick.
My lord, were they but married a week, they would talk one another mad.
County Claudio, when mean you go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches till love has all his rights.
Not so, my son. 'Tis Monday next, just 7 days, and not quite the time needed to answer all my questions.
Come, you shake the head, it's so long a breathing. But I warrant thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedick and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not but to fasten it if you three will but minister such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My lord, I am for you, though it cost me 10 nights' watchings.
So am I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero.
Oh, I will do any modest office, my lord, to find my cousin a good husband.
Well, and Benedick is not the most unhopeless husband that I know. Thus far can I praise him. He is of a noble strain, of approved valor, confirmed honesty. I will teach you how to humor your cousin so that she may fall in love with Benedick. And I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedick that despite of his quick wit and his queasy stomach, he will fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Well, go in with me, and I'll tell you of my drift.
It is so that Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonardo.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any cross, any impediment will be medicinable to me. I am sick in displeasure to him. And whatsoever comes athwart his affections ranges evenly with mine. How didst thou cross this marriage?
Well, not honestly, my lord, but with such cunning that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told, though, a year since how I had won the favor of Margaret, the gentle waiting woman for Lady Hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable hour of the night, bid her meet me at her lady's chamber window.
Life isn't that being the death of this marriage.
Why, the poison in that lies in you to temper. Go to your brother. Spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honor by marrying the esteemed Claudio, whose estimation you do mightily uphold, to a contaminated stale, such a one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Why, proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and to kill Leonato. Look you for any other issue?
Only to despite them, I will endeavor anything.
Go then. Find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and Claudio alone. Give them instance to see me, meeting Margaret. See Margaret, call me Claudio. Hear me call her Hero. All this the night before the impended wedding? Such assurance shall be shown of her unfaithfulness that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparations overthrown.
Grow this, to what issue it can, I will put it in practice. Be cunning in thy working this, and thy fee shall be 1,000 ducats.
Be constant in thy accusations, and thy cunning shall not shame me.
I do much wonder that one man, having seen how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behavior to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife, and now I'd rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I have known when he would walk 10 miles afoot to see a good armor, and now will he lie 10 nights awake, carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain, to the purpose, like an honest man and a soldier. And now is his mind turned orthology. His words are a very fantastical banquet, so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it. Till love hath made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. Until all graces be in one woman shall never come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be what color it please God. Prince, Monsieur Love, I will hide you in the armor.
Come, shall we hear this music?
Yea, my good lord. How still the evening is, as hushed on purpose to grace harmony.
See where Benedick hath hid himself.
Oh, very well. The music ended, fit the kit box with the pennyworth.
Come, Balthazar, we'll hear that song.
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. Men were deceivers ever. One foot in sea and one on shore. Oh, and only one thing constant never. Oh, sigh not so, or let them go. May you be lithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe, singing hey, nonny, nonny.
By my troth, a good song.
Oh, an ill singer, my lord.
And he had been a dog that should have howled thus, they would have hanged him.
I pray you, get us some excellent sweet music, for tomorrow evening we shall have it at the Lady Hero's chamber window.
Oh, I'll do my best, my lord.
Thank you. Farewell. Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today? That your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedick?
I did never think that woman would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But how so wonderful that she should so love Signor Benedick, to whom all outward appearances she seemed ever to abhor.
Maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Faith, like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit no, for there was never counterfeit of passion so like the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why, what effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sick you. You have heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How, pray you? You amaze me. I would have thought her spirits have been invincible against all assaults of affection,
I would have sworn it, my lord, especially against Benedick.
I should think this a goal, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks it. Knavery cannot sure hide himself in such reverence.
He hath ta'en the infection. Hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedick?
No! And swears she never will. That's her torment.
Tis true indeed. So your daughter says, shall I, says she, that have so oft encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him.
This says she when she sits down to write to him, for she will be up 20 times a night, and there she will sit in her smock till she have writ him a piece of paper. My daughter tells me all. For then she will tear the paper into 1,000 halfpence, rage at herself that she should be so immodest as to write unto one that she knows will flout her.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedick, God give me patience.
She does indeed. And the ecstasy of love has so overtaken her that my daughter is sometimes afeared that she will do a desperate outrage to herself. It is very true.
It were good that Benedick knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
Were it good, think you?
Hero thinks surely she will die, for she says she will die, if he love her not, and she will die if she make her love known, and she will die if he woo her, rather than she will bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She doth well. If she should make tender of her love, it is very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
Well, he doth indeed have good outward happiness.
Before God, and in my mind very wise.
He doth indeed show some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be valiant.
Well, shall we go seek Benedick and tell him of her love?
Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that is impossible, for she is like to wear out her heart first.
Well, we'll hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedick well, and I wish he would so modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is so good a lady.
Will you walk, my lord? Dinner is ready.
Let the same net spread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. The sport shall be when they hold one an opinion of another's dotage, and no such matter. Let us send her to call him into dinner.
You do not dote on her upon this. I will never trust my expectations.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. I have the truth of this from Hero. Love. Me. Why, it must be requited. And they say, too, that she will rather die than show any sign of affection. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth. I can bear them witness, and virtuous. 'Tis so. I cannot reprove it. And why? For loving me. By my troth. It is no addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly. For I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I have railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat of his youth he cannot endure in his age, no. The world must be peopled. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day, she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks as you take pains in thanking me. Had it been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure, then, in the message?
Aye, just as much as you may take upon a knife's point. You have no stomach, senor. Fare you well.
Against my will, I am bid to come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those things. You took pains to thank me. That's as much to say, any pains I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity of her, I am a villain.
Balthazar, run thee to the parlor. There thou shalt find my cousin Beatrice. Whisper in her ear and tell her I and Margaret will walk into the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou'st overheard us. This is thy office. Fare thee well in it, and leave us alone.
I will make her come, I warrant you, presently.
Now, Margaret, when Beatrice doth come, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Beatrice is sick in love with Benedick. How begin? For look, like a lapwing, Beatrice comes close to the ground to hear our conference. You not my part of the dialogue. Then go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the sweet false bait you lay for it.
But are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so entirely?
Says so the prince and my new trothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they love Benedick, to wish him wrestle with affection and never let Beatrice know of it.
Oh, why did you so? Does not the gentleman deserve as full a fortunate a bed as Beatrice shall couch upon?
Oh, God of love, I know he doth deserve as much baby yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. All matter else seems weak, she cannot love, nor take no shape or project of affection.
Sure, I think so. And therefore certainly it were not good. She knew his love, lest she make sport out of it.
But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would knock me into air. Oh, she'd laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit. So therefore, let Benedick consume away like covered fire. It were a better death than to die with ox, which is as bad as to die with tickling.
Yet tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedick and counsel him against his passion. And truly, I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may empoison a liking.
Oh, do not your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedick?
Oh, he is the only man in Italy. All except my dear Claudio.
And when will you marry, madam?
Why, every day tomorrow. Come, I'll show thee some attires, and I'll have thy counsel, which is the best, to furnish thee with tomorrow.
She is a wit, I warn you. We have caught her, madam.
If this proves so, then loving goes by halves. Some cupids kill with arrows, but some with tracts.
What fire is in mine ears? Oh, can this be true? Oh, stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the backs of such. Oh, Benedick, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to your loving hand. And if thou dost love, my kindness will incite thee to bind up our loves together in a holy band. Oh, brother, say thou dost deserve it, and I believe it better than reportingly.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks you are sadder.
I hope you be in love.
I have the toothache.
Draw it.
Hang it.
You must hang it first, and draw it afterwards.
What, sigh for the toothache?
What is either a humor or a worm?
Well, everyone can master a grief, but he that hasn't.
Yet say I, he is in love.
Have any man seen him at the barber's?
No, but the barber's man have been seen with him.
Rubs himself with civet. Can we smell him out by that?
There's as much to say. The sweet youth in love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
And when was he wont to wash his face?
Aye, or to paint himself, for the which I hear what they say of him.
Yet is this no charm for the toothache? Old Signor, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words I must speak to you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
By my troth, to break with him about Beatrice.
'Tis even so. Hero and Margaret have by this plate their pardon, Beatrice. And then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good day, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If you please. Though Count Claudio might hear what I would say, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Need your lordship to be married tomorrow.
You know he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
I came hither to tell you, the lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she. Leonardo's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal.
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Think of you a worse title, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warned, but go with me tonight. We shall see. Her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her, but it might better suit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think it.
If thou trust not what you see, confess not that you know. You would follow me, I would show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight, why I should not marry her tomorrow. In the congregation where I should wed her, there will I shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly, but submit me, and let the issue show itself.
Are
Are you good men at Two?
Yea, or else it were pity that they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were punishment too good for them, should they have any allegiance in him being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the position of the constable of the watch, therefore bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You ought to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How, if he will not stand?
Oh, I will then pay him no attention, but let him go, then presently call together the rest of the watch, and thank God you are rid of a neighbor.
Yea, if he will not stand when he's bidden, he's none of the prince's subjects.
True. And they ought to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to talk and to make noise in the streets is most tolerable and not to be endured.
I will rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why, you speak like a most quiet and ancient watchman, for I do not see how sleeping shall offend. Well, you are to also call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
How, if they will not go?
Let them alone till they're sober.
Well, sir.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of office to be no true man, but nevertheless you may go meddle with them, why the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office you may, but I think those that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceful way for you is, if you do meet a thief, is to let him show himself what he is and steal out of your company.
You have always been called a merciful man, partner.
Whoa. I would not hang a dog by my will, much more a man with any honesty in him.
If you hear a baby crying in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her still it.
How if the nurse be asleep and she does not hear us?
Why then depart in peace and let the child wake her with crying. Well, neighbors, good night. And if there be any matters of great chances, call me up. Keep to your fellows' counsel and to your own, and a good night. Come, neighbor.
Well, masters, we hear our charge. Let's go sit here on this church bench and sleep till 2.
One more word, neighbors. I pray you watch over Signor Leonardo's door. For the wedding being tomorrow, there's a great coil tonight. Be vigilant, I beseech you. Adieu.
What, Conrad?
Please, stand up.
I say, Conrad!
Here, man, I'm at thy elbow.
Mad, when my elbow itched, I thought there would a scab follow.
I will you an answer for that. Now forward with thy tale.
Well, stand thee close, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
What treason, masters? Yes, stand close.
First, thou should know I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if any villainy should pay so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
I know that man. He's been a vile thief this 7 year. He goes up and down like a gentleman. I know his name.
Didst thou hear something?
No, it was the maid on the house.
Ah, well, thou know how I've earned of Margaret, or just the lady woman out here, I earned her favor. Well, last night I had her meet me at her lady's chamber window. She bids me good night 1,000 times. Tell us tale violent. First I should tell thee how Don John, Don Claudio, and Don Pedro, planted, placed, and possessed by my master, came to see this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was hero.
Well, 2 of them did. Away went Claudio enraged, swore he would meet her as he was appointed the next day at the temple. before all the congregation he would shame her and send her away without a husband.
We charge you in the prince's name.
Have right, Master Constable, for we have recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery known in this commonwealth.
Masters! Masters!
We charge you, let us obey you to come with us.
I think your other rubato were better.
Oh, maybe good, Meg. I'll wear this.
Well, why my troth's not so good, and I'm sure your cousin will warrant it.
My cousin are a fool, and thou art another. I'll wear none but this. God give me joy to wear it, my heart's exceedingly heavy.
You'll be heavier soon by the weight of a man.
Oh, good morrow, cuz.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
Why, how now you speak in such a sick tune?
I am out of all other tune, methinks. 'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready. Ugh, by my troth, I am exceeding ill. Hi-ho.
For a horse or a husband.
What means the fool, Trow?
Nothing I, but God give everyone their heart's desire.
These gloves the Count sent me, they're of an excellent perfume.
Ugh, I am stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
A maiden stuffed. There's goodly catching of a cold.
Oh, God, help me. God, help me. How long have you professed apprehension?
Ever since you left it. Does not my wit become me rare?
It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. By my troth, I am sick.
Have you some of this Cardus Benedictus and lay it to your heart? It is the only thing for balm.
Oh, there thou prickest her with a thistle.
Benedictus. Why this Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus?
Moral? No, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant plain holy business. You may think perchance that I think that you are in love. Nay, bar lady, I am not such a fool to think what I list, nor do I list not to think what I can, nor, indeed, I cannot think. If I were to take my heart at a big that you are in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love. But Benedick was such another. He is now become a man, and he swore he would never marry, yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without regret. And how you may be converted, I know not. But methinks that you see with your eyes just as other women do.
What is this pace that thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Adam, withdraw. The prince, the count, Don John, and also the right Benedick, and all the fellows of the town have come to bring you to church.
Oh, how many dress, good cuz, good Meg?
What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Truly, sir, we would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you may see it is a very busy time with me.
Yeah, it is, sir.
Yeah, yes, it is.
What is it, my good friends?
Burgess, sir, an old man, sir, speaks a little off the matter. He, wits are not so, God help, as blunt as desire I would desire they were, but in faith as honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, I thank God I'm as honest as any man living. That is an old man and no honester than I.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so. We are but the poor duke's officers. Why, if I was tedious as a king, oh, truly for my own part, I could find it in my heart to bestow it all your worship.
All thy tediousness on me, huh?
Hey, and 'twere £1,000 more for I hears greater exclamation on your worship as of any man in the city, and though I be but a poor man, I am glad to hear it.
And so am I.
I would fain know what you have to say.
Oh, marry, sir, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, has taken a couple of as errant names as Jenny and Messina.
An old man, sir, he will be talking, as they say, when the age is in, the wit is out. Two must ride of a horse and one must ride behind.
Take you their examinations.
But what, indeed, sir, one word though. We have indeed this morning apprehended two auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take you their examinations and bring them me. I am in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
Go, good partner, go. Get you to the jail. Bid the sexton bring his pen and inkhorn. We must now examination these men.
Farewell. Drink a little wine ere you go.
My lord, they wait for you to give your daughter to her husband.
I will wait upon them. I am ready.
Go, good partner, go. We shall spare no wit, I warrant you. Only get the learned Whiter to the jail. We must now set these men down to excommunication. Hodges!
Come, friar, be brief, only to the plain form of marriage, and you may recount to them afterwards their particular duties.
You come hither, lord, to marry this lady.
No, to be married to her, friar, for you come to marry them.
You come hither, lady, to be married to this count.
I do.
If either of you know any inward impediment as to why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any, hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Oh. What men may do, what men dare do, what men daily do, not knowing what they do.
Oh, now, interjections? Why, then some be of laughing.
Stand thee by, friend. Father, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back, whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo. Take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold how like a maid she blushes here. Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she were a maid by these exterior shows? But she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed.
What is the matter, my lord?
Not to be married. Not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
My dear lord, if you, by your own proof, have vanquished the resistance of her youth and done defeat to her virginity...
No, Leonardo! I never tempted her with word too large. but as a brother to his sister. Show bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise
Out on
you?
thee! You seem to me as Diane in her oath, as chaste as is the bud ere it be blown. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored that have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
So these things are spoken. These words are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
Oh God!
Leonato, stand I here? Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face, heroes? Are our eyes our own?
All this is so, but what of this, my lord?
Let me remove one question to your daughter. And by that fatherly and kindly power you have in her, bid her answer truly.
I bid thee answer as thou art my child.
Oh, God defend me, how I am beset! What kind of catechizing call you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not Hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry, that can, Hero. Hero itself can blot out Hero's virtue. What man was he talked with you yesternight out at your window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why then you are no maiden. Leonato, I am sorry you must hear, upon mine honor, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her, at that hour last night, talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who, like a most liberal villain, have confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
There is no chastity in language without offense enough to utter it. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, hero. What a hero hadst thou been. If half thy outward graces have been places about thy thoughts and counsels of thy hearts. And fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Oh, the boy had no cousin. We're feasting down.
Oh, come, let us go. These things come to light. Smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Oh, dead, I think. Help, uncle. Hero. Uncle, Senor Benedick Friar.
Oh, fate, take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that could be wished for.
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, wherefore she should not.
Wherefore, why doth not every earthly thing cry out against her shame? Can she here deny the story that is printed with her own blood? Die, hero, do not ope thine eyes.
Sir, be patient. For my part, I am so attired in wonder, I know not what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed. Oh, that which was strong before is made stronger by that which was barred up with ribs of iron. Would the princes lie? Would Claudio, who loved her so that when he spoke of her foulness, washed it with tears, hence from her, let her die?
Lady, of what man is it you are accused?
Prove you that I met with any man in unmet hour, or converse with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There is some strange misprision within the princes. 2 of them have the very bent of honor. And if their wisdom is misled in this, the practice of it lives with John, the master, whose spirits toil in frame of villainies.
I know not. But if they speak truth of her, these hands shall tear her, and if they wrong her, the most proud of them shall well hear of it.
Hear me a little, for I have only been silent so long, and given way unto this course of fortune. By noting of the lady, I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start into her face, 1,000 innocent shames. Call me a fool, trust not my reverence, calling, nor divinity, if this lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
Friar, this cannot be, for thou seest that all the grace that she hath left is that she will not add to her condemnation the sin of perjury. She not denies it.
Pause a while, and let me sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed. On your family's old monument, hang a mournful epitaph, and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What will this do, friar? What shall come from this?
Very. This well carried shall, on her behalf, change slander to remorse. She dying, as it must so be maintained, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be pitied, lamented, and excused. So shall it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear that she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination, and every loving organ of her life shall come more apparelled in precious habit, more moving, delicate, and full of life into his study of imagination than when she lived indeed. Then shall he mourn.
Signor Leonardo, let the friar advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day is perhaps but postponed. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I shall weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in this world so well as you. Is not that strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. For it were possible for me to say I loved nothing so much as you. But believe me not, yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear, and eat it.
Oh, I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to it. I protest I love thee.
God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest it.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
Oh, you kill me to deny it. Fare you well.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you let me go.
Beatrice!
No, in faith, let me go.
We'll be friends first.
You would easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height of villain that have slandered, scorned, usurped my kinswoman? Oh God, that I were a man! What? Bear her in hand until they come and take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor. Oh God, that I were a man!
Oh, hear me, but Beatrice.
Oh, sweet hero. She is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice!
Oh, princes and counties. Surely a princely testimony, a goodly count, Count Confect, a sweet gallant surely. Oh God, that I were a man for his sake, or that I had a friend who would be a man for my sake. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice, by this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul that Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough! I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand. And so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go! Comfort your cousin. I must say, she is dead. And so, farewell.
Is our whole assembly appeared?
Which be the malefactors?
Mary, then am I my partner.
Oh, but which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Mary, let them come forward. What is your name, Swen?
Baraccio.
Wait, write down Baraccio. Yours, Sila.
I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrad.
Wait, write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yea, sir, we hope.
Write down that they hope they serve God, but put God first, for God forbid that God should go before such villains. Masters, it is thought that you are a little better than neighbors. What say you for yourselves?
Marry, sir, we say we are not.
A marvelous witty fellow, I assure you. But I'll go about with him. One word in your ear, Sarah. It is said that you are false neighbors.
Yea, sir, we say we are none.
Have you went down there, none?
Master Constable, you have not the way to examine them, unless you call them forth the watch that has their perpetrators.
Mary, let the watch come forward. Masters, in the prince's name, accuse these men.
Well, this man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down prince's brother villain. Ooh! Why, that's flat perjury calling the prince's brother villain.
But Master Constable...
Wait, sir. Peace. Do not like they look, I assure you.
Oh, what heard you him say else?
Mary, then, this one received 1,000 ducats of Don John for wrongfully accusing the Lady Hero.
Well, flat burglary ever was committed.
Yea, by mass that it is.
Oh, and what else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean upon his word to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
Oh, villain, thou shalt be condemned to the everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
This is all.
Oh, and this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was this manner accused, and in this very manner refused. Oh, and upon that grief of this suddenly died. Yeah, Master Constable, let these men be bound and brought to Leonardo. I will go before, and I'll show him
Come, let them be opinions.
Off, coxcomb!
Oh, where's the sexton? Wipe down the prince's officer coxcomb! Let them be bound, thou naughty forward.
Away! You're an ass! You're an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to wipe me down an ass. Masters, don't forget that I am an ass. Though it not be written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. No villain thou full of piety, which shall be proved upon thee upon good witness. I am a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more, as pretty a piece of flesh as a risen mosquito. Why don't they he was here to wipe me down an ass?
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself.
I pray thee, brother, cease thy counsel, which falls into my ears as profitless as water through a sieve. Bring me a father that had so loved his child, whose joys in her were overturned like mine, and bid him speak to me of patience. Therefore give me no more counsel. My griefs cry louder than advertisement.
Therein men and children, nothing different.
Brother, I pray thee, cease. I will be flesh and blood, for there was never yet philosopher who could endure the toothache patiently.
Then make those who oppress you suffer too.
Therein thou speakest reason. Nay, I shall do so. My soul doth tell me Hero was belied, and that shall Claudio know, and the prince, and all those who thus attack her.
Oh, there comes the prince and Claudio hastily.
Guden.
It needs both of you.
Haste you, my lords, here.
We have some haste, Leonato.
Why so hasty now? Why, fare you well, my lords. Why so quickly?
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
Well, if he rights himself with quarreling, some of us will lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Mary, thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler, thou. Lay not thy hand upon thy blade, for I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my hand. If it should give your age such cause of fear and faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
Tush, man. Do not fleer and jeer at me. I speak not as a braggart or a fool. No, Claudio, thou hast wronged both me and my child. I say thou hast belied my innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and now she is laid in a tomb with her ancestors, where never scandal slept, till this of hers framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
You say not right, old man.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare.
Away, I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so death me? Thou killest my child. If thou killest me, boy, thou shalt kill a man.
He will kill two of us. No matter, let him kill one first.
Brother.
I loved my niece, but she is dead. Slandered by villains, boys, apes, braggarts, jacks, milksops.
Brother Antony.
But I know them.
But Brother Antony.
Do not meddle. Let me deal in this.
Gentlemen both, we will not wait your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but upon mine honor, She was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord, my lord.
I will not hear you.
No? Come away, brother, for I will be heard.
And I will smart for that.
See, here comes the man we came to seek.
Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, senor. You are almost come to part, almost to fray.
I'd like to have had our 2 noses snapped off with 2 old men without teeth.
Leonato and his brother, what sayest thou? Had we fought, I doubt we should have been too young for them.
In a false quarrel, there is no true valor. I came to seek you both.
We've been up and down to seek thee, but we are high-proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear it by thy side?
Never any did so, though very many have been beside their wits. I will bid thee draw, as we do the minstrels, draw to pleasure us.
I'm an honest man. He looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
I pray thee choose another subject.
By this light he changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed.
Shall I speak a word in your ear? You are a villain! I jest not. I will make it good. How you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear you! Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother, the bastard, has fled Messina. You have among you killed a sweet, innocent lady. For my lord, Blackbeard there. He and I shall meet. Till then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest.
Most profound earnest in our warranty.
And hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
Did he not say my brother was fled?
Come you, sir, and if justice cannot tame you, she shall never weigh more reasons in a balance. Nay, you being a cursed hypocrite once, you must be looked to.
How now? 2 of my brother's men bound. Baraccio what?
Hearken after their offense.
Officers, what offense have these men done?
Merely, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they are spoken untrue. Secondarily, they are slanders. 6th and lastly, they have belied a lady. Moreover, they have verified unjust things. Thirdly, and to conclude, they are lying neighbors.
Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
Oh, sweet prince, let me know farther to mine answer. I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdom could not uncover, these shallow fools have brought to light. Who heard me confessing to this man how I was incensed by my master, your brother, to slander the lady hero. How you and Claudio were brought to see me meet Margaret at the window, thinking it was hero. Then you shamed her. You married her. All this they have upon record, which I would rather deal with my death than get over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's villainy, and presently I desire nothing more than the reward of a villain.
Runs not the speech like ire through your blood?
I've drunk poison whilst he uttered it.
But did my brother set thee on to this?
Yea, paid me richly for the practice of it.
Sweet hero, now thy image doth appear to rare semblance I loved at first.
Come, bring away the plaintiff. By this time our sexton hath reformed Signor Leonardo of this matter. Oh, and masters, do not forget to specify when place and time shall serve that I am an ass.
There comes Master Signor Leonardo, and the sexton too.
Which
of these is the villain? Let me see his eyes, that when I see another like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
I would know the wronger look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath has slain mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third is fled who played a part in it. Thank you, lords, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and worthy deeds, for 'twas bravely done if thou bethink thou it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose to me what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not, but in mistaking.
By my soul, nor I. And yet, to satisfy this good old man, I will bend under any heavy weight he'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you, possess the people in Messina here how innocent she died. And if thy love can labor aught in sad invention, hang here an epitaph upon her tomb and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning, come you to my house. And though you cannot be my son-in-law, yet you can be my nephew. My brother hath a child, almost the copy of my own, and she alone is heir to both of us. If thou givest her the rights that you would have given her cousin, so dies my revenge.
O noble sir, your overkindness doth bring tears from me. I do embrace your offer.
Tomorrow, I will expect you. Tonight, I take my leave. This wretched man shall be taken face to face to meet with Margaret, whom I believe was packed up in this whole matter, hired to it by your brother.
No, by my soul she was not, nor knew she what she did when she met me at her window. In anything she hath been just and virtuous. Anything this I do know by her.
Moreover, sir, which is indeed not on a white and black, the plaintiff, the offender here, they call me an ass.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Ooh, your worship speaks like a most reverend and thankful youth, and I praise God for you.
There is for thy pains.
God save the foundation.
Go! I discharge you of your prisoner, and fare you well, I thank you.
God keep your worship. I praise God for you. May God restore you to health. And I wish you well. And now I humbly give you leave to depart. And if ever a merry meeting were wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbor.
Farewell, gentlemen. I will look for you on the morrow.
Farewell, my lord. We look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail.
Tonight, I'll mourn with Hero.
of love. That sits above and knows me and knows me. How pitiful I deserve. I mean in singing, but in loving. Leander the good swimmer, Troilus the first employer of panders, and a whole bookful of quondam carpetmongers whose names yet run smoothly over the even page of a blank verse. They were never so truly turned over and over as my poor self in love. Mary! I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find no rhyme for lady, but baby. Innocent rhyme. For scorn, horn. Hard rhyme. Hard rhyme. For school, fool, a babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot rule under festival terms. Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou call when I called thee?
Yea, senor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, but stay till then.
Then is spoken. Fare you well now. Oh, and yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words. Thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath. Foul breath is noisome, therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of his right sense. So forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly. Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must meet with him shortly, or I will subscribe him a coward. Now, I pray thee, tell me, for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they would not allow any good part to intermingle with them. But, for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love. A good epithet, for I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably. And now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Oh, very ill.
How doth you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and men. There I will leave thee.
Madam!
Come with haste.
You must come to your uncle. Yonder will toil at home. It is proved that my lady hero hath been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of it all. He was fled and gone. Will you come to this?
Will you go hear this news, senor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thine eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle.
This is the monument of Leonato.
Yes, it is, my lord. Ardent goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin night, for the witch with songs of woe, round about the
done to death by slanderous tongues, was the hero that here lies. Death, in guerdon of her wrongs, gives her fame, which never dies. So the life that died with shame lives in death with glorious fame. Hang thou there upon the tomb, praising her when I am dumb. Now unto thy bones good night. Yearly I will do this right.
Didn't I tell you she was innocent?
So are the prince and Claudio, who accused her according to the error that you have heard debated. Margaret was in some measure guilty, though against her will, as has become clear in the full course of all the questions.
Well, I'm glad that all things sort so well. And so am I, being else by faith forced to call young Claudio to a reckoning.
Well, daughter and gentlewomen all, retire you to your chamber, and when I call for you, come hither masked. The prince and Claudio have promised to come at this hour today. Brother, you know your office. You must be father to your brother's daughter and give her to young Claudio.
Which I do with confirmed countenance. Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think. To do what, senor? To bind me or undo me, one of them. Signor Leonardo, truth it is, good signor. Your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
The eye which my daughter gave her, the truth be told.
And I do, with an eye of love, requite her.
The sight whereof I believe you received from me, from the prince, and from Count Claudio, but what's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. For my will is your good will. I stand with ours this day to be conjoined in the honorable state of marriage, for which, fair friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And so is my help. Ah, here comes the prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, prince. Good morrow, Claudio. Come you this morning to be married to my brother's child?
Yea, my lord.
Come, brother. Bring forth the ladies. The friar is ready.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
I give you her.
And you are mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No, you shall not do so until you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Before this holy friar, give me your hand. I am your husband, if you like me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero.
Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled, but I too live. And as surely as I live, I am a maid.
Former hero that is dead.
She was dead, my lord, but whilst her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify. After the holy rites are ended, I shall tell you of fair hero's death. But let us go to the chapel presently. Soft and fair friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
I know. No more than reason.
Why, then your uncle and the prince and Claudio have been deceived. They swore you did.
But do not you love me?
Troth, no. No more than reason.
Why, then my cousin and Margaret were much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore that you were almost sick for me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
It is no such matter. But you do not love me?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I am sure you love the gentleman.
And I am sworn upon that he loves her, for here is a paper written in his hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another, written in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her love unto Benedick.
A miracle! Here's our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee. But by this light, I will take thee for pity.
I will not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon a great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace, I will stop your mouth.
How dost thou, Benedick, the married man?
I'll tell thee what, Prince. A college of wit-crackers cannot flout me out of my good humor. In short, since I do purpose to marry, I will speak nothing to any purpose the world can say against it. Therefore, do not flout at me for what I have said against it, for man is a giddy thing, and this is my conclusion. For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but in thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised, and love my cousin.
I would have hoped thou wouldst have denied, Beatrice, that I will cudgel thee out of thy single life, and make thee a double dealer, which out of question thou wilt be, if my cousin do not look exceedingly narrowly into thee.
Come, there we are friends, we are married, let us dance that we may soften our own hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have dancing afterward.
And first of my word, therefore, play, music. Prince, thou look sad, get thee a wife, get thee a wife!
My lord, your brother, John, has taken flight, and he's been brought back with armed guard back to Messina.
Think on him not till tomorrow. I will devise thee brave punishments for him. Strike up, pipers!